check something real quick. That was it. Alright, let's see. Yep, that's good. There we go. Let me turn myself up. It's a little off. There we go.
You are my dream, my lonely dream that fades
Okay. I was playing with the audio for a different recording, and I just want to make sure it was good. I'll get rid of that before it decides to give me heartburn on the video. Continue. So we were in Frost Chasm. What were we here for? Oh, we were doing some grinding for gear. What were we chasing down? Trolls. That's what we were looking for. We were looking for trolls. I didn't get the opportunity to look for them during the week. So, it kind of stinks, but you know. Get the key. Right. Gotta wake the brain up. I think if we go south here. Oops, that's north. Is that a spider or a troll down there? I don't know. This area's got trolls in it, but it's got spiders. And I can never remember which area I need to go to. Jeez.
I just remembered what frass means.
Actually, you know, I need to be in that area. I just remembered that. I forgot about that last week. I need to be in the far left side of this. I think. In order to be trolls. Oh well. Let's go ahead and just go to the world map. Because we need to go to Abana and take that city back. But it's going to be a little bit tricky because of the place we have. It's a little rough. Alright, so
okay, time to infiltrate Albana.
yeah, and it's not gonna be a fun infiltration. We got our butts handed to us in the last attempt. But it's okay. I think the big trick is just being able to control what we're attacking and being able to use both knights effectively. Wow. Which having Eldore in the party will think help a lot. So let's see. The thing is, I really don't need these spells. What I really need is that mana point. Same with Eldore. I think we really need to push his up too. Beautiful. So next level I can get him maxed out. And to do the max out we need basically 40 points in elemental skills. And he's like 14. Yay! Okay. We're not using her at the moment. That's fine. Leveling her up here because she needs the magic anyway. There. But since we need to have 40 points in that before we can max it out. It's probably the same for all of them. Is that an ogre or is that I think that's the giant, not the troll. This is a giant. I'm not gonna wanna. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. There we go. Oh, that wasp is still alive. I don't know. We're not doing any damage. That's right. So magic. Cute. The elite fire giant. No. I need trolls. Levy loves you. Okay. How's it going? You playing this game brings back memories. Yeah, it's one of those that, I started playing a while ago, and I've just been playing through both games. About halfway through the second game now. And thank you for the follow. So great. Actually, it's the D is doubled, so it's Bad Dragon. Or Bella. It was good when it was on. That's the way I understand it, is that it was really good with the online play. And just playing the single player portion of it, it's not bad. I mean, it could be better. It'd be easier with online play, because then we could level up faster. But without it, it's still very playable, even in its current state. The 1.0.1 patch they put out to disable the online play also put in all of the actual patches for glitches and whatnot that they had for the online play. So we got all the patches, but we just don't have the online capability. It would have been nice if they could have done like offline co-op, like be able to set up to where you can invite your friends who actually have a physical copy of the game. That would have been nice. But they didn't do that, unfortunately.
No matter what happens, stay out of sight.
Even if it had a mediocre party, it would still be a huge level gain. Yeah. Do I really want to do this now? How close are we to level? Yeah, I've been seriously enjoying it. There was DLC in the disc that was never unlocked, which is huge. That's true. Especially when you're talking about Knight Chronicles 2, the disc for the second game. Because they released the content and it was all there, or at least most of it was anyway, actually on the disc. But it was just disabled by software. But it had all the updates from the first game. And most of the DLC content
Look,
for the second
there's
game.
smoke rising from the town.
Was there a battle inside the town's walls? I pray no
And then
The people here were
they've
probably
added
minding
more
their
and
own
more
business.
with the online play, and we'll give it a shot. Last time I did this, last week, I failed miserably. Absolutely miserably. It was horrible. But maybe we can get it today. We don't need it. Can we skip it? Yes. I just need the key. But they never released it. Several parties blamed on me. Another, but never unlocked it. Well, a lot of the content that was on the disc was released
They could just be wise to
through the online mode, though not necessarily in the same way it was originally designed. Like the skin, the actual skins and whatnot.
hands on those toes.
Were all released. It was just a matter of not being in a mode that people could use in an offline way. Which is the problem. They never actually released it in a path that we could use it now. So the trick here is breaking the siege tower. Excuse me. I did not successfully do this last time. Mainly because I didn't have enough level. It's a lot of damage you have to do. But this time around it looks like we're doing much better. Doing much better this time around, which is good. They're not wasting as much health. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. I'm gonna have to use the second knight. At this rate. Come on. I screwed that up. I think we might be able to get it before I actually run out of night. Nope, we're out of night. Alright, so just... we can just weaken through this now. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. They can heal me and I can burn through it. At least I hope so anyway. That's it. Okay, so that's what I couldn't do last time. I was having problems killing that tower last time. But we're okay. doing pretty good now. Yeah, I got like 2 levels last week before we finished up. So those 2 levels were huge bonus in completing this now. I love it, the 10 actually has magic. Okay, the 10 actually has mana points. I guess that's funny. That's funny. You can drain magic from the 10. Alright. That's rich. That's completely rich. Okay, so yeah, it is a shame that they didn't allow you to do the co-op play, like invites or whatever. Because there's a lot of stuff you can't do easily or can't do at all because of it. There we go. That takes care of that. So it's a shame, but you know, it's the way they shut the games down.
Boss, say they didn't hurt you.
Fear not, my dears.
And we found that with a lot of different games that they've done that with over the years.
You may, didn't you?
Glitch it on the servers.
I might have known you'd find some way to turn the tide.
Really too bad they ended.
More like
Servers.
dump the tides.
Well, title.
All over
Well,
us, thank you very
They
much.
have to shut the servers down eventually,
That's what we're supposed to do.
if there's no players.
Nice work, by the way.
You got a lot of nerve, wart face.
Now, that's
But
enough.
if they
At
had
least we're all in one
worried,
piece.
if they had actually ported it to like PC and continued the series on PC,
Aren't any words for this sort of
then
heroism,
it would probably still have a player base now.
my friend.
But considering they didn't want to go to PC and they didn't want to go to the PlayStation 4,
And for that,
the PlayStation 2 player base was already moving to PlayStation 4, so they had no choice. They had no one playing the game because they were moving on to other platforms.
those Australian scoundrels.
So, because of that, shutting down the servers made sense. But they still could have given us an option for co-op.
This little bauble is all I have left to give. But by all means, take it. Accept it as a token of my most heartfelt gratitude.
Sure.
Tell me, friends, will you be returning to Balandor then?
Yep.
I see. Very
Yeah.
well. Then whatever you do, beware the Black Knight. Not even the combined might of Balandor's royal army was a match
Yeah, it's
on the
it's
battlefield.
important.
It pains me that I can offer
Sadly,
no
there's a lot of games that
of assistance.
get negative
I
treatment.
nonetheless wish you a safe journey home to your kingdom.
Okay, so we got Finage's gift. That'll help us with the story. And I don't know if town's back to normal.
If he's entered the game, then we'll need to proceed more cautiously now.
Yeah. Let's gather what we need and head for the Norja tunnels.
Right, so,
Let's continue onto the tunnels.
we have side story elements here in town, so we're gonna have to hit those. I know it's gonna take it's gonna be a little obnoxious, but we'll wanna do that. Because these side stories are entertaining. Yeah, sure, do the errand. Not that I actually clear the errands out. I just pick them up, and if I clear them, I clear them. Not really, hard felt on doing the errands. you don't get that much from them, unfortunately. So, over here,
If they were gonna just use us,
but some of the items are actually okay. The only problem I have with it, though, is that all of the items in the game are just annoying. They're not really worth leveling up. They're not really worth, I did look up, when I looked the game up, I saw, like, highlight reels of all the DLC's content that was lost. So I've probably seen it, but I didn't actually watch the fight too closely. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to play the game when it was live. It was not a game I was playing back then. So,
Our pictures are probably in the Toad Dictionary.
I just didn't have, by the time I'd gotten a hold of a PS3, I wasn't looking for these, MMO or LMO type games like this, because I didn't have a stable internet connection at the time, and I was just enjoying offline gaming, so it wasn't always something that I could explore to too much extent. What am I doing? I took the wrong roads, up, down here, over there. I'm all over the place today. It basically looked like a giant squid. Somehow it looked strangely funny. I'll have to look it up. I think anyone's mentioned that particular boss. Because most of the bosses people have mentioned are the ones that are, in the game somewhere. And the online or DLC versions were just bigger, badder versions
Oh, that makes me feel
of what was already in the game.
Oh, come on. The Don did repay us.
The important thing is we can reach the Norja tunnels now.
Yeah. The Don repaid us with some weird bauble as usual. Weirdo. So yeah. After playing this game, I do wish that they had done more with the game before, because it would have been really cool if they'd actually ported it to like PC or something and just kept the servers going, but So let's see here. Weapon wise. Yeah, Hell's Cleaver. Their axes. But they do more damage, so. Yeah. Need to put one on Leonard. Now, he has Red Wolf. No one's using axes. Caesar's using the spear. She does not have a new bow. Old shield. Okay, all those are below us. Alright. So there's a couple new weapons, but no new armor. That's a nuisance.
That's the last time I join up with Team Toad.
What's wrong with Team Toad? I have no problems with Team Toad. Okay, so they threw us under the bus. So what? If no one threw us under the bus in this game, I would have been surprised. And I'm not surprised it was the Toads that did it. They're the only ones that actually have the right personalities to, want to chunk us under a bus. For a good reason. I do find it entertaining. Do I care about these? Really, no. Like I said, if I finish them, I finish them. They don't really give you anything good. It's not like they give you any good looks or views or armor sets or anything. It's just They be very common, run-of-the-mill items that have no significant value. Which is a shame. Now, don't get me wrong, the co-op adventures, they've got some decent payouts. But nothing there has a decent payout. So let's see. Where are we going?
You just know we're gonna have to fight the Black Knight.
Yeah. Okay, so we're actually going to there. That'd be good. And we'll wander around. The joy of joys. So right now I'm actually playing, well, 2 story-heavy RPGs. Actually 3 technically. So I'm playing like 3 story-heavy RPGs. And 1 kind of light story RPG, which is entertaining. So, like, today, on Saturday, we're playing Knight Chronicles. And, oh my goodness. No, back off. That's just gonna get us into a big fight with 2 big monsters. I really don't want to do that. On Friday, so yesterday, we are doing Tales of Arise, if you're interested in that. And between Sunday and Thursday, when I have time to play, which is usually once, maybe twice a week, not always, we're actually playing PlayStation 1 Classic, Azure Dreams. And then I'm recording and translating Lunar walking school, or magic school. Sorry, brain died. And that's on YouTube only. But yeah, when I'm able, I'd hope to watch. Well, you can, like I said, just follow and you'll know when I go live. And you can also go to my YouTube channel, just type exclamation point YouTube, and you'll be able to catch all of my past streams, as well as any content that I just record out of band, outside of streaming. Like the Lunar Magic School. I'm recording and translating that, throughout the week, and then posting that for Saturday. In roughly half hour, 45-minute intervals. So, yeah. That's over on YouTube.
I hope we can pass through unseen.
There you go. So you can always catch my past videos over there. And you can catch all of my out of band stuff. I post, between my live streams and my videos that I post, it's somewhere between 3 and 5 a week that go on to YouTube. And I stream between 2 and roughly 4 times a week when I can. It's always one of those things that if you can't catch me in live, and you're interested in knowing where games go, wanting to see a game, that's the best way to find out. So, always an easy place to find out where my content is through that. Because if you actually go back through there, you'll see several full play live streams and several full play non-live. Where I did just straight recordings. You are a black knave.
He'll pay for Carl.
I don't care about the black knave. If it was a troll, I'd kill it. Because a troll actually has bits that I need. But we don't get anything out of it right now. So. There he goes. And everyone's using an axe except for him.
That was asking for trouble.
So yeah, we're burning through quite a few games right now. Back in... Ooh.
What's that?
The
They've done
Athenian
seriously.
army. They're blocking the road to the Norja tunnels.
We'll have to break through.
This does not look good.
Works for me.
We got those big towers. We've got some serious grump stuff. Ah, see, there's the auto post for the YouTube. I was looking for that right now. I was expecting it to come up, but it just didn't want to show up. So we have to break through this. We have to break the 3 towers. Wonderful. So I'm gonna sneak over here and do a cheeky quick save. I can't. Something picked us up. Right.
You think
I
Balandor's
wonder
troops are okay?
if we can sneak over there.
Rejoining the main army as we speak.
Then they can show Ishrenian who's boss.
Get a quick save off before it picks us up.
Tricks they've got up their sleeve. Let's hurry.
No. The tent picks us up before we can actually do that. So, I think the best thing to do is going to be to hit you from the other side. And actually just take it from the front.
This isn't
And just lure them out. So we can try and get them as like onesies, twosies.
I'm putting an end to it.
Rather than having to do them all at once. Because they have cannons, they have tents, and they have towers. None of which are fun. Yeah, none of this is actually gonna be fun to break down. I guess what I can do though is I can transform
White warrior, wielder of the ancient sword.
and then just tear it down from here until he runs out of MP. Oh, don't fall off! Because these are shiny and towers are cheap. It's not like that other one that we had. Oh my goodness. The other one was like nasty and big and bold. This is actually not bad at all. Not worried about killing these guys off. Oh my goodness. These guys are easy. Oh well. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's get the tower out of the way. Because that'll be more effective clearing the tower than anything else. Really what we need to worry about in this. But that's okay. We're actually doing a really good job because these things are really easy compared to the last one. First one we did was a lot harder to kill. It hit harder and more often. That's good. We'll do this fine. we played recently? We played this, and played the first game, and I don't know what else have we done. We've done. What else have we done? We've done so many games. We really have. It's been a long road with different games we played over the past year. It's kind of crazy. Definitely enjoyed all the ones we played. I don't think we've played a bad game on stream. Those other games weren't popular, so I stopped playing them after a while. But most of them have been, you know, people have enjoyed to see and come in to see me play. Like this one, people have, like yourself, come in quite a bit to check out. I wish more people would actually come in and you know, give me something to talk about the gameplay, because unfortunately, because it was designed as that online gameplay mentality, it doesn't really lend itself well to having something to talk about. Oh. We cleared the 3 towers and it just like, everybody else just noped out. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was going to actually finish clearing it out.
Haven't you been this way all
That's funny. It just... Not really. You do have to worry about the fact that you can't, like, power level. So we couldn't just team up and say you're, like, max level. Whatever that is, 80, 100, whatever. And we couldn't just team up for a few hours and get myself to that level. We don't have that ability, unfortunately. But it's not like it's insanely hard. It's not like there are certain games out there that when you get towards the end of the game, you end up spending an extra 4 or 5 hours just grinding levels so that you can actually play the game. Like I did that offline with the .hack series. I did the first set in full. Took me roughly 80 hours? Yeah, somewhere around there. Somewhere around 80 hours to play that game. Those 4 games all the way out. Well, unfortunately, it's not something we can do, which is a shame. And it's one of those things that I wish we could, because that would make it way more fun if I could play with somebody. So we're just gonna make a beeline for the door. That's a troll. We actually need him. I need his bits if I want to raise my armor up. Because they're not giving me any new armors, so I'm gonna have to worry about boosting my armor. Which kind of stinks. But it's okay. It's not fun, but it's effective. Looks like this elite troll will give us troll shield bits and troll helm bits, and we need those for armor level ups. Because if we were playing the online mode, I'd be able to get the random gear from the online multiplayer co-op stuff, which is way better than what you can get in the shops. But it's no longer available, so yeah, that's a problem. This guy just doesn't want to. Yeah, he just does not want to take a hit and just die. Yeah, it's because he's red, which means he's not taking full damage, which is a shame. The last GR rank I had to grind the Demeter and Peril mission for about 7 hours straight. That's horrible. Reminds me of when I was grinding some stuff over Final Fantasy 14. I still want to do some of the older content that requires grinding, but I just don't have the 30 hours or whatever it is to grind it and do everything else that I have to do throughout the week. Oh, if I actually put in the hours, you know, like 4 or 5 a week, I'd be done with it. I'd have the little perks that I want from some of their side stuff. But I just haven't put the time in. Oh, I need mana. Where's that mana? I know, my mind was blank when I was. It's horrible. I hate when they give you like these long mindless grinds. And LMOs like this, or what do you have? You have Dark Alliance from Dungeons and Dragons, and you have Dark Tide from Warhammer 40k, or Vermintide from Warhammer. You know, these light multiplayer online co-op games. They do that a lot, where you have these big, massive time sinks just to get some really, what you consider basic stuff. Yeah, it's like, it's not like it's really worth the time effort, because it's only like a tweak. But since it's the only way to get a tweak, you know what I mean? It's the only option you got. If you want that tweak, you have to do that. And it's a shame. Oh, and this guy's back to not to needing a break. We have nobody to break. Do an armor breakout at the moment. Yeah, I don't have anybody to do an armor break, I don't think. I think one of my characters has the armor break stuff, but nobody that's actually active has the armor breaks turned on. Oh, I'm all KO'd now. I'm all confused and loopy. It's actually part of why I don't play a lot of those games, because their grind level is so hard. And you have people playing it for the first, I don't know, couple of weeks. And then when they realize that they're having to spend 7 to 10 hours grinding, and they're not really getting anywhere, most players do the, yeah, okay, I played through the story of it, and I'm done, you know? And that's what they do. They're like, I played through the story, I'm done. Guardian Pearl 7s. I need those. Shield Claw bits. Troll Shield bits. Good, I need those. I also need those level 7 pearls. We need those too. Now, for the people who like that kind of a grind, don't get me wrong. I support them wholeheartedly. Yeah, there's some people who, even now play, some of the older games that are like that over on Steam or whatever, and they're just having a ball with them. But not everybody, likes that kind of a game or has the time to spend into it. I mean, like, MMOs, I really like playing MMOs, especially when I can find people to play with. But the biggest problem I have with them is they're so focused on making the next content, and they're so focused on making that the latest, greatest, best things that slice bread, that they forget about the old content and that it should still matter. That all those old zones should still be important to the players. And they just skip over it. Now, Final Fantasy XIV does try to make the old content areas relevant, but it doesn't do a fantastic job. But it does a better job than a lot of games. And like this game does a really good job because you make the trek. You trek down to the new area, through all the zones in the first game. And then in the second game, you're back in Balandor, and you trek down through all the zones to get to the new area, through several zones. And then you trek back, that's what we're doing now, we're trekking back, in order to, get back where we're going. And the monsters grow with us. And that works. It's really good. It's well designed. So it's not that big of a deal. Because it's basically two versions. The version of the zone for the first game and the version of the zone for the second game. And the only difference is the max levels. Which is great. And it allows you to actually have a nice, easy, concise, clean gameplay. Unfortunately, a lot of games don't do that. They don't reuse their content. Which is part of why, MMOs and LMOs like this don't do well
Look, I see tracks.
after a period of time. They're great for the first year or two, but they usually die off pretty quick. Sometimes within weeks or days in some cases, which is horrible when they die that quick. But, some just die in, the first year because they can't keep the content flowing for players. And there's some that are actually really good about it. And some that are mediocre, like Final Fantasy XIV, for example, and World of Warcraft, are, we're always okay with that. They released enough content to keep you interested, but it wasn't necessarily enough to keep you fully invested for prolonged periods of time. When it gets no more new stuff, it dies down, sometimes fast, sometimes not. Well, that comes down to the developers. It has to do with how fast the developers release content. So, for example, let's take this game. if they don't release content basically weekly after the first initial drop, players stop playing. That's what happened to Darktide. That's what happened to Vermintide 1 and 2. That's what's happened to what's another one? The Dark Alliance. They all had the exact same problem. They dropped so much content on day one, and they forgot that they need to keep adding content. You know, constantly in order to keep people playing the game. And you do that. That's what makes MMOs work. Is they keep pushing content on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. This game died really quick after not getting a DLC, which it's definitely an issue when they do that. But it's always problematic. They probably didn't see enough uptick when they went to Knight Chronicles 2. What probably happened was they put all the content on the desk. And then they released Knight Chronicles 2 in a hope to revive the game. And then it didn't revive the game. Hold on, I need to... Let me be the dude who's not doing anything. Let them do all the casting, and I'll do this because I'm not paying attention really anyway to what's going on in the game. I'm just chatting and oh my goodness, he's just having a heck of a time. Let's get rid of the spider. Let's switch over to this guy. So we can try and get everybody fighting the same guy. But no, that happens a lot, and they just don't release the content because, like, oh, well, we're not seeing enough players, so they just don't release it. Which was a common problem back on the PlayStation 3. It's less common now, but it was very common back then. Give it a minute to regen mana. But it was very common. Now they actually release all the content on day one. They add all the content in. They sell all the DLCs they're gonna sell that start the game. And they just schedule them for delayed release so that they're ready to go out. And when that happens, it's like, okay, well, in 1 month, DLC 1 drops. You can pre-purchase it now, go for you, with the season pass or whatever. And then it will drop on day 1, and then, you know, on that day. And then month 2 hits, and the next DLC drops, and so on and so forth. And they'll do that. And that keeps the game lively for a while. But if they're not continuously dropping content like that, it doesn't matter. Because in order to keep, you know, these co-op online games moving, they have to keep dropping that content. And if they're not constantly pushing that content out, it doesn't matter. I need this guy. Besides Giant, I actually need his stuff for one of my characters. For one of the things I want to upgrade. Or wanted to upgrade. I think it's a weapon piece that I was trying to upgrade before. So the void strike, is that a... Oh, it's just a single strike. Can I break it? Nope, wrong ability. And I'm stuck in a corner. I'm also stunned. That's great. Come on. Come on, Eldore. Wakey, wakey. Get your butt up and moving. So we can actually beat this guy. Wow, this guy's got a lot of hit points. Or high resist. It's that red resist problem. We don't do as much damage as we should, as we normally do, because of it. Now, I was surprised how fast, you know, Dark Alliance and Vermintide and Darktide just... People just started dropping how fast it was. Because they were both dropped in like a week. I mean, I did like all of the content on my, I don't know if it was live stream or it was recorded. I think it was recorded for like Dark Alliance. And it took me like, I don't know, maybe 5 hours, 10 hours to do it all. And after that I had no incentive to keep playing the game. It's an amazing game with amazing people. Which one? Knight Chronicles? Yeah, I'm actually very happy with the story that they've written for it. The story's actually pretty good. Yeah, both stories were really good. That's part of why I played the second one, is the first story was really good. And the second one, I figured, you know, the way they're writing it, the second one's gotta be good. Because the first one ended up being really good story-wise. But it's just a shame that they didn't decide to do what Phantasy Star Online did, where they moved it to the PC, and then, because that's how they handled Phantasy Star Online 2, was they moved it all to the PC, and, yeah, computer, personal computer. They moved all to the PC for Phantasy Star Online 2, and then when it started falling off on the consoles, they had the PC to run the game. If this game had done that, if they had done that with this one, then it would have been more future-proof, and they could have kept releasing content and kept the players invested. Because, like, PSO2, the reason it's still going, they're on NGS now, which is basically Phantasy Star Online 3. They just didn't want to shut down all the PSO2 content, so they just tacked it on. They just bolted the third game onto the second game and called it NGS. But they would release content literally weekly in that. And it's all like little missions. It's not anything significant. It's a lot of little content. It's like PSO2 is about like this. It's like, oh, we're just gonna add in a new story mission here and there. You know, a little new element. You know, a little campaign-like mission. And that's what they did. And it kept the game going. They just kept adding a lot of content. So, they did kind of ruin the game when they went to being loot box heavy. So, that kind of ruined the game for a lot of people. But, you know, not every game can be successful without loot boxes anymore. And it's such a shame. It's a shame that they feel they have to do loot boxes just to be able to have content. It comes from like, oh, loot boxes make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. You know, they charge, 50 cents or $1 for a loot box. They make a lot of money off of that. But if it doesn't add gameplay value, then it's just another nail in the coffin of the game. It's just gonna make it, die just that much faster. And while some games do it well, like Phantasy Star does it really well. PSO2's loot boxes are all of the pay boxes, the content is tradable. So you can sell it on the marketplace in the game. But it's all cosmetics. It's your hair, your clothes, your accessories, skins for your weapons and whatnot. That's all it is. And they're themed. So each loot box is themed for some partnered content. Like they had one box set that was for Sword Art Online, and they had one box set that was for Attack on Titan, and one that was for Dragon Ball, I think. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball, ages ago. That was like years ago that they did Dragon Ball. And then they did, one for like Vocaloids, and it was all kinds of stuff. And other Sega products were included in there too. I did one for Sonic and whatnot. Go for it. But the content that they put out was always good. But in my opinion, the money-making part of that for PSO2 wasn't why people were playing the game. Nope, that does not work. It's disabled. It's still in the list, but it's disabled. Story mode or just board change? Just changing zones?
Well, Balandor's right around
Yeah, I know.
Forget the south road. We'll save time by swinging around to the west.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I want us to go this way. Because if we go west, we can just drop down.
We should take
I don't know why it's equivalent save time, but because I don't think it actually saves any time. But it gives us a story drive that way. But yeah, some games actually do really well. The games that put the there we go. That put the loot box content in a way that allows the players to trade it are the ones that are still alive and active, or the paid DLC content that you can buy with like real game currencies. So Final Fantasy 14 is still real popular because most of the things that you can buy from the market with real money you can trade to other players. It's the same thing with Star Trek Online. There's a lot of the content you can trade with other players, and a lot of the content you can't. But if you know how to play that game, then, and you're patient, you never have to spend a dime. Not one bit of real world currency, though you're going to spend a lot of time. And that's okay. It's always nice when they give you the option. But, yeah. That became nuts. I just wish they would have, in this case, released all of the content from the online portion of it into the last download patch.
We can descend via the western rise.
So you could get all the content in the game, like all the DLCs, and have all that online gameplay available to you, and then be able to co-op it. If they had done that with this, I would not be surprised if there would be still a player base playing it. Yeah, it'd be nice. You know, if it was hey, pay an extra $10 or $20 for all the DLC and to be able to play with your friends on your friends list that have the game. And it costs you $20 to just have that available for this. That'd be amazing. Would have lasted, but at least you would have had feeling a fully experienced the whole game. Yeah, I don't know how long it would take to, you know, enjoy all of the content. But if they had done that, I would guarantee you people would still be, you know, on like Discord servers or whatever forums that people meet up on. Would still be playing, you know, would still be playing this game. Even if all the there's no new content. You know? Sure, there's no new content and you can hit max level. And all your gear's maxed out. But you can always make a new character and start over. You know, with your friends and do it again. And that would be okay. Because I know a lot of people who would play that way. You know, there's a lot of games that, you know, are fun to play like that. I have not played very many games with other players recently.
Oh, it's so nice to be home.
That's... I ignore him. I don't really want to play with the big puppy. I mean, yeah, he'll give me the level 7 items that we need, but I don't want to play with them. It's fun. Oh, yeah, something like that. I'm just avoiding him.
Something feels different.
I mean, I could use the level 7 items. I really don't need them. So... Though I'm thinking I'm getting to the point at which I might have to, because the shops don't seem to have anything new in them, and that's not a good thing. You get like 1 or 2 new items each time we visit a shop, and that's not helpful. And like the first game, we were getting like whole new gear sets every time we went to a new shop. In this case, we get like a weapon, or we get a shield, or maybe a little bit of armor. And it's like, this is not good for us.
Hope everybody's okay.
It's okay. This is was just remembering that we played the whole first game with Yulie in her hot pants. Technically, she's still in her hot pants. But I have not played her too much because I'm not a big fan of the bow in this game. Though it's not as bad as Legend of Dragoon. That one's bow characters were miserable. Oh my goodness. We played that game all the way through, and every time we had to deal with the character that used the bow, it was like, help me, please. I'm gonna just commit suicide if I have to keep playing with this character. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I got, that game, I love that game to death. Don't get me wrong. I really like playing Legend of Dragoon. And we'll probably play it again at some point in the future. For like the 5th or 6th time. But the bow mechanics in that game just make you want to shoot yourself every time you have to deal with that. And the bow in this game is better, but not by much. Okay, so here's our element.
Leonard, look.
So what do we have? They have more than one monolith? Okay, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting 3 monoliths. Led by war dragons and the Black Knight. Round force are insane.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
That is some serious firepower. And this crazy nut job.
How long has it been?
Not
About a
long
year.
enough.
I must say, I expected you to suffer in the Lagnish a while still. But then I forget, even little men like you have knights.
This guy used to stuff it.
I cannot permit you to cause His Excellency any more headaches. It is time I destroyed you, with the power the Black Knight has given me.
The power you stole!
Enough talk!
Yeah, well.
Oh, Dinivas, deliverer of dark and dread, ruler of the ancient shadows, grant me your power.
Leonard, our turn.
Right.
Yay! More knights just gonna go whack at each other. You live for the night. Yeah. And that's horrible. Because this guy's probably gonna be like a mess of a fight. He'll hang around for like 5 seconds. And then he'll run away. That's just how it's gonna work. I'm serious. It's gonna be like, it's a boring fight. Are we even doing any damage to this guy? I mean, seriously, are we even doing any damage to this guy? This is crazy. Alright, well. Okay. we are doing damage. But dang, he's like way above our level. Come on. See if we can do some... I don't want to defend. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Jeez. Right. Just die already, dude. I mean, I might be able to use break on him. I bumped the wrong key. I hit the wrong key. I did not mean to hit the brake. It's just a matter of working through this guy's stupid health bar. Come on, that's doing a ton of damage. Oh my goodness, that's like 600 damage each. That's crazy damage. I should have realized that beforehand. This guy went down real quick. Jesus. There we go. Man, our magic pulls out though. Ah, it's horrible.
What? We're resonating?
Uh-oh.
Leonard, let's wrap this up!
Sounds bad.
Leonard?
Uh-oh. What's going on now? Everyone's gonna disengage.
Leonard!
We will settle this quarrel later.
It's like, why run away? He was winning.
Caesar, we need to get Leonard back to Balandor as soon as possible.
Fine.
I mean, it's like, why leave? You got one of the knights knocked down. And the other one's, you know, weakened.
How's Leonard doing?
In bed sleeping. He was in a lot of pain. happened?
Don't know.
Perhaps he's relied too much on the knight's power.
Hey, this is Leonard we're talking about. Once he's had a nap, he'll be back on his
I
feet.
don't know.
In the meantime, we gotta find a way to stop Ishrenia.
Okay, right.
The Royal Army and Ishrenia's Imperial Army are facing off in the south of Grador Plain. A bloody battle is coming, and soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
I
pretty.
decided to fight on the front lines with Balandor. If that bastard Shapur comes
It was nice to meet you
they'll
in this
need my
game.
help.
Yep, take care. I'll see you next time.
No.
Isaac, come on back through.
I'd rather you stay here with
I
Leonard.
stream about the same time in the evenings.
Keep him from doing anything
So.
crazy.
You can pop in at any given day on Twitch around the same time. You'll probably see me if I'm up. Especially on Friday and Saturday. I just need to go through the story and see what's going on.
Oh?
What is this chick's issue?
Sorry, I get excited. My name is Framboise. I'm one of Balandor's royal scholars.
Alright, have a good night.
Would you just let me have a look at that beautiful gem you're holding, please?
This girl. Just assaulting the troll.
Don't believe it. Look at this soft and subtle glow, this glistening sheen. I've been desperate to find something just like this. Please, could I borrow this? Of course I mean borrow. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, I'm shaking. This will make my career.
What's with the cat panicking over the component?
Yulie.
Hey, she's back in her room armor. Oh, here.
How's he doing? Any better?
The physician examined him, but we couldn't determine what's ailing him. I feel just awful, pushing him to the limit like this. If we hadn't forced him to carry so much of the burden.
Forced him? It's always been his choice, right from the beginning.
Yeah.
He saved this kingdom, now he's trying to save the whole world. But me? When have you ever heard him complain about any of this?
Never.
You haven't forced him to do anything. You didn't have to.
Just had to ask.
He fights because he wants to. Because he wants you.
Poor Yulie.
Yulie.
Who is like in love with Leonard and just can't admit to herself. Maybe she finally realized it and admitted to herself.
So much for just coming to grips with it. This wouldn't happen if I was stronger.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go after the archer armor. 'Cause that'd be fun.
Faria, I presume. I have the Shagna already. Let's go.
Thank you.
It's funny because we're gonna take the Shagna down. And wait, why couldn't we take the Shagna back? Yeah, back to Faria. So that we can go get the archer armor. Because using the Shagna would have made perfect sense. You know, going from one city to the other instead of having to walk it. But no. Right, that's true.
A lad called on the night one time too many.
Okay. So, we're actually going to double check the armor dealer here. See if it just happens to have something useful in it. I doubt it. Weapons. No, it's got the hell cleaver. Alright, so that's Yulie's bow. How about armor? So, it's got the carapace shield, which is good for Bella. And we're gonna put one in storage. Actually, put two in storage. Then we have the Archduchy gear. Now get the gloves. And then this one here. Skip Yulie.
I need to be stronger for Leonard's sake.
Alright, hold on, I need to move items around. Right. And store. 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 All the Liberty stuff. Because she's got a bunch of gear she doesn't need to have on her. And then she probably has a bunch of gear she doesn't need on her. Alright, we just need the boots. Now we can go back to the shop. Buy armor. Good, good. Fine. You can't afford it. Oh my goodness. Alright, hold that thought. How do I sort this? Let me see here. Pebbles, rocks, copper, iron. Where's the gold ore? Let's see. All this stuff's actually useful for something or other. Unfortunately. There's like gold dust or whatever that we can use. And that will give us us some serious money. But need to work that out. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't see anything else in the gold and silver category. We need those. Sell that off. Sell the bag of gold dust. Sell that off. Anything else in here? Need the crystals, need those. Lump of gold, sell that. Demon fossils, no, we need those. Black iron ore. I don't know if we need that or not, but it's not worth that much, so I think we'll hold on to it. So that gives us enough money to buy Yulie and Eldore. It's amazing how much money we just went through. Been collecting money for ages, and it's like all of a sudden it's like gone. All gone. Alright, so let's items. Put the unneeded stuff back in storage. Store. There we go. So that takes care of all of the items. Oops. Now, skills. Right. We're currently doing the fire chain of skills. For the spells, we get some more magic. She's doing what now? She's doing heavy axe for stats. She wants some stats. And he's doing this one. So that one's done. Heavy blade is done. White magic, we're doing that for some stats so we get some more magic on him. Can't do anything there. Alright. Now system.
Why didn't I caution the lads?
Where's the save? Excuse me. Alright, let's go back and save. What the armor? That's cool. Alright, so save. And then we'll be good to go. Now we can go get the bow armor. And maybe they can tell us what's going on. Maybe he can tell us what's going on with the White Knight. Because the Incorruptus armors are fantastic, but
Leonard's
it's
gonna be
important.
okay, right?
He should be.
So we don't need anything from that or there. We can talk to this guy over here and see if this one's got any updates. Oh look, it's wasn't looking for any new ones. I was looking for any old ones that I'd cleared. But, oh well. I guess we'll just pick up more. That we don't need. Oh well. It's life. That's fine. Now we go this way. And we'll go over to the tree.
Poor Leonard.
And we'll be able to talk to the dude. And we'll see if he really wants to let me become his friend. And we don't have the princess, so that's interesting. She can't activate the contract. So it's gonna be like, this guy's gotta enter the contract some other way. Ew. She is a cute character, though.
Yulie, welcome back.
Word travels fast. We heard you obtained the second insignia in Greed.
Yes, that all went well enough, but you
We
see,
had a problem.
let me guess, the knight. Yes, we have need of her strength. I'm afraid that may prove difficult. As Father Yggdra explained, the Moon Maiden has chosen to never do battle again. And besides...
We don't have the Ark.
Yes, that is correct. Grandfather was afraid war would break out over the knight's power. So he entrusted the Ark to someone else.
Who exactly?
I believe his name was Medius. Medius? You know him?
That's bad news.
Yeah. He was the headman of Sinka village. He's the one who found the ancient ruins in the Dogma Rift.
Then why don't you pay him a visit?
We would, had he not passed away.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Oh, that is a shame. Without the Ark, there is no way to commune with the Moon Maiden and wake her from her slumber. Faria owes you many debts. I only wish I could do more for you. Well, you've given us something to work with. Let's go to Sinka village. See if Medius left any clues.
Good idea.
Oh, it's probably in
Thank you, Mia.
the ruins.
Wait, I shall go with you. I have a debt to repay. With your permission, my lady.
Of course. Travel safely. May Yggdra's blessings be upon you.
Alright, well. I have to pick up another lost soul. So Scar's not in the party. Again.
Faria owes you a great debt. I am yours to command.
So let's go ahead and deal with his points. I'm going to assume we're going to need him as a healer. So we're gonna have to get like 40 some odd points. Into here so we can max out his stats. Let's give him silence, slow, heal, heal factor, not heal factor, multiple. I want holy light, 1 and 2, holy light, and we're gonna need something else. plus breeze. That'll take care of this. There. Now that gives him everything important there. Now he can't use the axe and he can't use heavy. So where does he really need to be putting his points? In order to improve sword technique, he needs agility and dexterity. But bow would give him agility and dexterity. That gives him technique. But he can't use... So yeah, I guess he needs to start piloting into battle. So he can get agility and dexterity. Which means he's gonna have a completely useless skill. Which is funny. Just need all the cheap skills out of the way. Because it's going to take a lot of skill points to get to that point. It always does. There's the magic. Because I'm assuming, though, he's gonna be one of the knights. Because that would just make sense. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, it sucks. Man, that stinks. Because in order to get them all maxed out, you need like 43 skills. Ah! That's so horrible! That is horrible beyond belief. Absolutely horrible. How's it going, George? What you up to this evening? Yeah, okay.
Another Incorruptus would lessen Leonard's burden.
Yeah, we're trying to find the, what we need to get the bow Incorruptus. Because heaven forbid, we have, you know, one more Incorruptus in our party. So what you up to? You having a good weekend so far? I guess we're gonna have to worry about his armor. Well, guess what? He's just gonna have to live with that because I do not have any money to spend on him. I just don't have any. So, he's just gonna have to live without it.
How much farther?
Not that it matters anyway. I have 3 full sets of gear, except for her, you know. She's got her underwear thing going on. Anyway, can I upgrade her underwear? I didn't look to see if I could upgrade her underwear. Enhance. Yulie's. Florane's flower petals. And I just have not gone farming for them. That's all the things that, if I want to actually upgrade her hot pants, I'm just going to have to go farm for the gear. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. Call it a day. Which one? Which one thinking you trying? I've had some that were really good and some that were kind of like meh. Which one are you playing with? Love Live. I didn't like Love Live. At least the version that I played, I didn't care for it. But, you know, there's a couple different games out there for Love Live. So, you customize your avatar to your net map. So, world map, yes, world map. So we need to go to Senya Village. Not the Lost Forest. Is that in the... Oh, here it is. Van Haven Waste. The Sinca. I end up going to the Toggle Raft to get the art back. Or worse, having to go to Sinca Village, use the book to go back in time to figure out where you put it. Which would have been giving to us. It's just the way the time travel in this game works. I go back time to figure out where something is, just to find out it was us that took it.
Is this it? Sinca Village?
Yes, or
What's
at least
left
it
of it?
was. You can see there's not much left.
What happened here?
Leonard and the others spent their infancy here. The villagers must have found out too much about the knights.
Let's split up and see if we can find any clues. Which house belonged to Nevis?
Don't know. Because that's where we came in. Blah, blah. Let's see now. Sinca Village. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look around and see if we can find what we're looking for here. It's a blanket. I think I've seen this before. Okay, that's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. Let's try over here. Oh. It doesn't look like we should be this way. Maybe it's over here.
There has to be some kind of clue lying around.
No, there doesn't have to be a clue. But we do hope there is. Don't see anything. I mean, Sinca Village is one of those things that's like such a horrible day. I only have to come to a place like this. I guess we can search up there. See if it's up here, maybe. 'Cause I didn't look up here, but doesn't mean it's not here. No? So it's not that way. Alright, let's check over here.
This village was their home.
Ah, here we go. It's a doll. I think I used to play with this as a kid. I think she's gonna find out her past. It's connected to everybody else's. It's a mirror. Oh my gosh, I remember this. Okay. There might be other things left behind here. We should keep searching. We're looking. Let's see. My head. earth it hides. What the heck? Where did that come from? Okay. We're being given messages from beyond.
I don't get it. Why does this feel so familiar?
I haven't found anything yet. Just what secrets did Midias know? Ah, she hasn't figured it out yet. She hasn't figured out that she's one of the lost kids yet. That's gonna be a shock to her system. My head hurts. It's gonna split open. Wait. There's where a circle moon lights the water side. Okay, now what does that mean?
This is where Leonard, Caesar, Kara, and Seti used to live.
Yeah. And apparently you. Apparently you're connected to all of them this way too. Alright. Anything here? Ooh. Let's check down the way. Anything? No, this is some rubble that would make sense if it had a point. I don't know. And as she walks so slowly. That's the worst part. I can't speed up her walking. She's so slow. Oh well. Back to town for a fourth time, because I keep having to walk around in circles trying to figure out that I used to live here. So I can find my arc. Yeah, there's nothing in that chest. Right. See anything over here? Oh, there it is. Like, wait, where's the next point? My head. Can't take it anymore. Wait. There's a silver bow. There's a silver bow that died. Oh man, I think I'm going crazy here. Oh no!
What's wrong, Yulie?
I think I grew up here.
Congratulations.
With Leonard and Caesar and the others.
What?
Yeah.
I remember now.
About Medius?
Yeah. There were 5 of us. The babies they found in the Dogma Rift and raised in this village. Leonard, Caesar, Kara, Seti, and me. Medius raised us like his own children and continued investigating the
There we
rift.
go.
And that's when he discovered the connection between us and the Knights.
You were pact makers.
Right. Medius was afraid of what the Knights were capable of, and so he locked away our memories and entrusted each of us to different parents.
And do you know where he might have concealed the Ark of the Moon Maiden?
Yes and no?
What is it?
Underneath the earth it hides, where a circle moon lights the water side. There the silver bow doth bide.
Charming.
It's a poem Medius taught me, I think. He recited it all the time.
which would make sense.
Water underneath the earth. An underground lake.
Yeah.
That sounds like the Van Haven Waste. The whole area sits atop a series of caverns.
Right. Then that's the place to look.
Alright.
So Yulie was the fifth.
Welcome to the not surprising story. Alright. Unfortunately, there was a lot of hints before in the first game that Yulie was probably one of the knights. It's a shame that they hinted so hard towards that. If they hadn't hinted so hard towards it, it would actually have been surprising to find out she was one of the knights. So in this area is not necessarily like elves.
Let's find that underground lake.
Well, this is gonna be fun. We have a bunch of monsters to kill. Bunch of story.
What's that?
Oh! That's bad.
One of the Windwalker's gliders.
He's in trouble. Let's help.
He fled east. This way. Let's move.
It's a Windwalker with a Dragonite. Two dragons. Oh, they changed this. I like this. They show you the shadow map on this map. I like that. Wish they did that for all the other maps in this game. It's horrible. The rest of the maps in this game, they have like up and down. They didn't do that. This one they did. Why? I have no clue. For whatever reason, this one they did. Versus the others, they didn't. Oh my gosh, which way am I going? Which path am I supposed to be going through? They'll give me hints along the way. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's okay. She actually does pretty decent damage. I do want to, like, change her skills up a little bit. So we gotta change her bow skill a little bit. Hold on. Added commands. Doesn't have anything. So what I want to do is I think we want to change out give me ice bolts. Give me rock missile. I guess we can throw flame tip up there too. Because that'd be a good idea. And what you want is you want sting, blast tip, and angel's wing. And then hunter sense. Let's see what this does. Oops, edit commands. she's got her heels loaded. That's fine. She has raised those in? Yeah, she does. Don't care about holy light. Yeah, I got it order. I wish I could go to the bar. Oh, here we go. So, remove that, remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Because what we're going to do is put holy light on the attack bar. That'll work. That'll put her in a little better spot. That's over here. 24. Jesus, this is expensive. Yeah, her attacks are pretty pricey when it comes to her mana. Unlike the others, which are pretty low key. I need to get Troll's doll up here. Because they kill this wyvern. But once you get everybody in the room, it's okay. And you can use the bow to kill things at a distance that are out of range of combat. Which is fine, I guess. You also can technically use it to hit. She'll live. I mean, it's like, really? Can't break the attack, so it's like, right? I guess? Not a big deal. I mean, she doesn't do enough damage. I mean, that's just shit more damage. Come on, heal up. It's a nice way to... I don't want to really figure out this fight. That's what I'll do. I think I'll change over to Bell. There we go. And she can chew through a lot faster damage-wise. And it's not that big of a deal. Oh, that's fine. Thank you. We'll get it. It's not a big deal. And it works for me. Actually, this guy's not too hard to kill. He's getting pretty good damage. There we go. Some Wyvern skills, some Chromium Pearl 7s. Very nice.
Moonwalkers took refuge in Frost Castle.
It's actually really good. Because it gives us a lot of health. Now let's see here. I don't have. Come on. And we can sit there and pretty much whack this thing pretty hard. Might take a couple pulleys. Trust me, it took me a long time to realize that if you pulleyed when it was down, it was one shot. Because they tended to not. It didn't work well when we first ran into it. When we first started getting everything straightened out, it was horrible. It didn't work well, and the holy would only sometimes affect the creature for some reason. I don't know. It was weird. It's definitely weird that how holy would affect the monsters. But it's okay. We'll get through everything and it'll be fine. Alright. Magic. Where's makeup? There we go.
You won't be able to shake those wyverns. Hurry.
We don't need to worry about it. So we don't know where we're going. We just have to worry about getting through. There we go. That should wipe it out in one hit. There we go. Because I used it that way to try and clear them with holy. Back when I first, found them in Balandor. And, one of the guys said that was the way to kill them off, and I used it on them, up, down, whatever, didn't matter. Did their 24 damage, but never actually killed them. Then, when I ran into them 4 or 5 zones later, all of a sudden it started actually working properly. Which makes me wonder if that area would just happen to be bugged or something.
So much for wishful thinking.
It doesn't mark which zone east of us it is, so. just gonna have to... Because it could be any of these. Doesn't show which one it wants us to be in. So let's just have to look at all of them. Doesn't look like this is it. No, this is it. Fine, we'll just clear them out. Yeah, these things aren't doing enough, good enough hit points. Definitely not what we want ready to be. I mean, Eldor's dying nicely. They don't have enough hit points to be what we're looking for. And they're only giving few experience points. Like this. Because it's like, actually it's not bad, it's almost 200 experience points. Experience points is really good. Maybe I'll just, like, hang out here for a bit. Take my time through this dungeon. Because the experience is crazy. Definitely useful. Okay, so that's the stone dragon. Not what we're looking for.
Flying dragons. This will be a challenge.
Not really. We'll get through it fairly easily. So go over to this other area over here, see if this is where we want to be.
Now I'm mad.
I'm gonna be surprised if it's not. Let's see. Oh, that's fine. And they'll dump it pretty quick. Hit it once or twice and they'll be done. There it goes. Now we can get rid of it. Die. So, I mean, it doesn't always kill them like it's supposed to. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And it's supposed to kill them like one shot every time. It's like, stupid. It's stupid. There's no real point to worrying about holy when it doesn't actually work half the time. Because according to everything that I was reading, even in the tip guide that I have for this game, you're supposed to be able to holy it once and it collapses, and holy it a second time and it just dies. Doesn't work though. It's like, stupid. So, you just have to like, brute force your way through.
Caverns underground.
Oops. So But this is like the first one I figured that might actually have it. Because it's a nice big field. Work our way through these guys. That's actually pretty. That is just a bit of damage. So let's have a look here. I was looking to see if we can find.
What are the Windwalkers doing here? You said Shrenia still occupies back here?
He's a long way from home. Come on.
What always kills me though is that the monsters in this game, when you're not fighting them, do like insane amounts of damage. Even if it's like a really low monster, they do. There it is. It's fine. Just means we go down over here in this hole. Down in this hole and come up where we need to be. Because it's the next area. And they'll catch up in a second. So, we'll be good to go. How about you catch up to me? You and that troll. Alright, there we go. Now you and the troll have caught up. That'll work. Let's see. Oh, it actually worked that time. That's what 100 cents does. Nothing usually lasts long enough for us to find out what certain abilities do. And at that time, it worked perfectly. Worked exactly as it was supposed to. But most of the time, nah. Yeah, I'm not sure why it does or doesn't work. Was it that time? Worked perfectly. So I don't know. Because, like, other times, it doesn't work at all. It's kind of stupid. If you're gonna do an ability like that, you need to make it consistent. And not be, you know, an inconsistent feature. Alright. So, once we get out here, we'll be able to save, and then we'll be able to, so weird. Sometimes it charges you for heals, sometimes it doesn't. You know, why it does that? I don't know. But it's just the way it works. I always found it weird that it would sit there and sometimes charge you to heal, sometimes it just heals you. Not that it really matters, it's not that expensive. You get like 2 mobs and you can pay for like repairs and heals. Alright, here we go. there's the Windwalkers. Dang. And 2 wyverns.
Get ready.
And no knights. Why not?
Leonard to take you on.
This is gonna suck.
Get away from that glider.
I'm gonna switch over to Val. Everybody's ditzy. Really? Yes, please. She doesn't have a lot of, healing power. This is freaking messed up. Dana's out at night at all? It's messed up. Definitely messed up. Yeah, not doing a lot of damage. Great. And it's like stupid.
Best you can do.
Come on. Really? This is retarded. No, it's fine. I'd love to. But you two don't want to do hit one target. Y'all want to hit whatever target happens to be closest to you. So it does not help any. There we go. We're actually doing pretty okay. This one's dying pretty okay. We're actually getting, this one's almost dead. He's down to a quarter of health. So that's a good thing. one's not as wounded. But I'm out of healing potions, out of mana potions, so. I mean, I can keep her mana up. I can't keep up the others because they don't have same ability. So pretty much the troll is doing all the damage, which is horrible. Great. We have people who are alright, we're doing okay. I mean, it sucks because we got one that's down to a quarter. I'm getting out of there. I don't have revive. That was bad. I'm trying. Fortunately, I don't have an air attack. No way of jumping. Items. Heal self. That helps. This game does not have a way of getting these guys down. It's really stupid. They give you fights like this where you can't bring them down. You just have to wait for them to decide to get their butts on the ground. And it's stupid. Yay. That's it, one's down. Anyone able to revive? Two's down. Nope, we're gonna lose this one. Because of the stupid way the fight's designed. Otherwise, when I was really designed fights like this, like, yeah, well, you have to be plus 15 levels, or you have to... This fight's poorly designed. Because there's no way to... We don't have an ability to ground a target. It's something that most games have. And when you have an ability to ground a target, it works. It's not that big of a deal. But when you have no way of grounding a target, it does not help. I don't really have... Yeah, I don't have items capable of giving us what we need. So, best thing for us to do is to go level up a little bit. That's like the best thing we can do. So she has... 8 points. Not that she needs any of these. Because Yulie really needs... they need to get the, that Floraine ability. That's in here. I don't know how far you have to get into that in order to get that one. Past 41? You have to go way deep in order to get that one, apparently. Plus you have to have counter, too. Yeah, this is you have to have counter in order to get leech. So, may not be that bad. I may just have to get this chain in order to get that. Well, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it for tonight. It's been a long day, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut here. If I have time, I'll go do some grinding and shopping and whatever else I need to do. I probably won't, but worst that happens is next time around I'll be doing that, so I will catch y'all next week, and we will see how far we can get. Have a good night.